Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is a special edition where we're going to be focusing all on the glittering precious metals, gold and silver that have managed to put up a historic show in the calendar year 2025. This show will focus on whether this historic run will also continue in the year 2026, and therefore what should be your own investment understanding of both these precious metals and your approach to these commodities as well. Remember, in the year 2025, one of the blockbuster performance that we've seen, marking one of the strongest rallies in recent history, we have actually seen silver emerge as the top performer, which has posted over 125% returns, while gold has also seen its multi-year bull run with a solid 65% rise that was backed by geopolitical uncertainty, sustained ETF flows, and even the central bank buying as well. Remember, in this glittering rally that has completely gripped even global markets, gold and silver prices have soared to their all-time high levels, and they're continuously soaring higher on MCX in the physical markets, captivating bullion investors worldwide as well. So let's kickstart this conversation by welcoming our guest on board, who's joining in on this platform. We have Mr. Ajay Kedia joining in. He's a renowned face of Indian commodities markets that you have always found on Business Today Television. Warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you so much for taking the time out for this discussion. Help me understand first your own, feeling as far as by the end of 2025 is concerned. What did you feel personally, somebody who has been tracking commodities for many years now, a couple of decades and even more? How are you looking at this entire year that has panned out for gold and silver? Has this stupendous rally also stunned you?
So first of all, golden afternoon, Shakti, because frankly, in last 25 years in my career, I have never seen gold with a return around 76% YTD as of now, and silver around 145. That is totally surprised, because generally we have been thought, or we have been reading since quite long, that bullion can deliver a return that is beating the inflation, or let's say 12-15%, what we used to see. But this time it's a totally we can say new learning for self also. See, major reason of this rally was a multiple trigger, because up till now in last 25 years, many times we have seen like financial crisis where there was a single reason, or geopolitical tension, or pandemic. There was one or two reasons maximum. But in last 3 years, we have seen many reasons that has came, we can say together, like geopolitical tension, Russia, Ukraine still going on, Middle East tension, de-dollarization, central bank buying, ETF buying, critical metal list where US and China both are very aggressive for industrial demand. So all these factors come across in a single year, and that is why we have seen this fabulous return, Sakshi.
Okay, wonderful. So Ajay ji, let's start by talking about what has happened already and what's going to be expected in the new calendar year. Let's start off with India's favorite precious metal, and that is gold. With the kind of 77% rally that we have already seen, tell us what have been the key factors that have led to this generational kind of a return that we have seen in gold this time around. What was it supported with, and how are you seeing the returns panning out even in the new year?
So, Sakshi, I think when COVID outbreak, generally this at that time we have seen a commodity super cycle has started, and generally it starts from the energy side, where we have seen crude and natural gas has rate. After that, after 2.5 years, it was a period for bullion, and we have also expected that there would be a rally in gold and silver, but not what we had got in 2025. So we were expecting gold started its rally in September 2022, when geopolitical tension has started supporting. After that, slowdown concerns, then the de-dollarization was the one of the biggest, where central bank has continuously added gold in their portfolio. And the game changer was ETFs, because in India also we have seen the maiden entry of mutual fund, or we can say now commodity has been we can say a product like financial product that has
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
Gold,
Ajay ji, you are rightly pointing out because this is for the first time in the last many years. Gold has always remained a favorite of Indians as an investment, but it was always seen as an investment which would come in handy in the times of crisis. It will always hold the store of value. But this is for the first time that we have actually seen, like you truly pointed out, that beyond physical gold that people love to own, there was also a serious thought that people gave as far as investment purely on the basis of investment gold was looked at, and that's when you pointed out gold ETFs. They definitely surprised us.
truly, and I think in 2026 also, see, whatever the factor up till now we have discussed has not vanished. Slowly and steadily, one or two factor would be definitely maturing, but I think the things have been still going on. So I think don't expect whatever the return up till now we have seen like 60-70%, but then also I am expecting 15 to 18% is a narrow down if we do things. So I think 15-18% can be easily achievable. That is around 4,800 we can see for gold in international, whereas domestically we can see prices can move closer to 1,50,000.
1,50,000 is what you're expecting to see on gold even now. It's already hovering around 1,30,000 viewers, but there is more 15 to 18% kind of a rally that you can continue to see on gold prices in the new calendar year. 1,50,000 on gold per 10 grams could actually be seen in the new calendar year. That's what Ajay has mentioned. So Ajay, now let's talk about the white metal. Silver, that is this time around outperformed gold as well with the kind of returns that it has given. You were just pointing out that you've seen 140, 145% kind of returns on silver, and this has probably never been seen before, that in a single year you not only double your money as far as your silver investments are concerned, but you actually see silver outperforming any kind of an asset class that exists for investors worldwide as well. So is silver the new gold?
Yeah, silver is not a new gold, but we can say silver is silver because up till now, Sakshi, we have never seen this kind of industrial demand in silver. In
Yeah.
1980, no doubt we have seen prices move to $50 mark, and we have seen after Hunt brother was cornered silver, we have seen correction also in 2011 also. But this time the scenario is totally different because the use case for silver has expanded from clean energy, EV, solar, or data center. So this has been even there was a news that in EV's car there has been a technology shift where silver can give a better performance. So I think industrial demand and side by side ETF demand has pushed the silver to the level what we have seen today. In international, we are very close to $70 mark, which has never been seen. One indicator that I used to update every time, that is gold silver ratio, which is currently around 63 level, and it used to be around 107 in the month of May. Whenever this ratio comes down, that means silver is more attractive as compared to gold. So I think still I will be more bullish, but be cautious in gold and silver because volatility is going to be very high. A corrective dip like we have seen in the month of May or October can be possible, but I think $75 to $80 mark can be seen in international in 2026, and whereas on domestic side also maybe we can conservatively can test $250,000 plus.
Wow, 2,50,000 on silver can come in 2026 viewers. You're already seeing in the international market silver hover around $67 an ounce. It could go up to $75 to even $80 an ounce as well. That's the clear expectation that silver can continue to surprise on the upside, and you could actually see 2,50,000 rupees per kilogram, and that too conservatively. Ajay ji, is what you're marking. So why do you bring in that word of conservative expectation there?
Again, because this kind of movement, volatility has been never seen. In 2011 also we have seen things was been there, facing like we could reach the level of 50, 60, $70, but we have seen this type of correction. Silver is, we used to say in Hindi, silver chanchal hai, volatility is too high. So I think corrections are been there in the market in 2026, but don't be afraid, go with the SIP. And generally I update my clients that SIP full form is not systematic investment plan, it's silver investment plan. So go with the SIP in silver.
क्या बात है. So viewers, now you have understood there is another definition of SIP that Ajay ji has given you. It is not just systematic investment plan that works in your mutual funds, but silver investment plan that you should have as a strategy for your investment portfolio. यानी कि आप इसमें थोड़ा थोड़ा करके रेगुलरली डिफाइंड डेफिनेटिव मैनर में एक जिस तरीके से आप म्यूचुअल फंड्स में हर महीने कुछ पैसा डालते हैं, वैसे आप सिल्वर में हर महीने डालेंगे तो लॉन्ग टर्म में आपके लिए रिटर्न्स जो है क्यूमुलेट होते हुए नजर आएंगे. इस तरीके का भी आपको यहाँ पर निवेश की स्ट्रैटेजी बताई जा रही है. तो सिल्वर is now become an SIP option for you. Every month put in some money in silver. So Ajay ji बताइए कि which is the best form of investing in silver then?
See, I think if you are a consumer, if you have certain marriages or festival, definitely go with the physical side. Take a coin, take a bar, take a utensil. Many photos are being there in front of you. But I think if you are an investor, because investor always look for a return, and silver still we expect the industrial demand is going to be. Take a simple gold silver ratio, which is currently around 63. I am expecting a ratio to be around 56, 57. That means silver has still potential as electronic or we can say industrial demand continue to march for silver. So I think silver ETF would be the good option according to me if you are getting silver in your portfolio.
Okay, fantastic. So, ab Ajay ji, one critical question. All the viewers will have this question, and you would have faced this question at least, I'm not exaggerating, 2 lakh times in your journey of tracking the commodities. This is that question, and the question is, सर गोल्ड में इन्वेस्ट करना है या सिल्वर में इन्वेस्ट करना है, दोनों में से कहां पर इन्वेस्ट करें. सिल्वर के लिए यू सेड द बेस्ट वे इज टू अप्रोच वाया एसआईपीज, एवरी मंथ पुट इन सम मनी, बट इफ यू हैव टू डिसाइड बिटवीन गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर, देन व्हाट वुड यू से?
Very clear, go with a silver, because see, right now, up till now, we can't eat gold, but we can eat silver. That means industrial use. So I'm still bullish that industrial use would be there for silver continuously. Yes, I was expecting in 2024 there was an article where we were expecting 1,50,000 for silver, but I think the speed what we have seen up till now was totally surprised me. Still, I am very much bullish. Maybe $75-$80 is not a we can say base case. But if things like China and US has marked silver as a critical metal, so I think $100 is not a far, but immediate no. You should wait for at least 2 to 3 years period. You will get that level also. On domestic, Sakshi, one more thing is rupee depreciation, because whenever there is a rupee depreciation, which will add more bullish factor for gold and silver both. But be cautious in 2026. Volatility would be high, but my preference directly goes to silver.
Okay. In fact, we were just reading out, Ajay ji. I'm sure you would have assessed this too. Now everybody is comparing silver with oil also. People are saying 1 ounce of silver is now expensive than 1 barrel of oil when we compare. That's the, comparison that people are drawing as well. So, people used to call data is the new oil. That is what people would share. अब oil से भी rare अब क्या silver होने वाला है?
See, whenever we talk about silver oil ratio, which is actually because silver is a dual metal where we have precious metal approach also and industrial metal also, whereas crude is also a oil definitely. This ratio has gained very sharply in last couple of years. Even gold oil is also an indicator where we generally see movement. Like gold crude ratio currently is around 26. We expect unless and until this ratio is going up, that means people are more preferring precious metal rather than oil, because we are currently surplus. But definitely you have rightly marked that data is a new oil, and definitely because of that copper and silver are marching towards new high.
Absolutely. You took the name of copper as well. So beyond the precious metals, gold and silver, we must also talk about the base metals as well, because that's where the action is picking up and picking up very sharply as well. Tell us, what are you assessing as far as copper prices are concerned?
I think as we know the importance of silver in data, or we can say industrial demand, but there is a threat, or we can say substitute for silver, which can be copper. And currently, if we calculate, copper has also delivered the return of 40% in this 2025. And I think the supply side concerns are, well, we know very well China is now picking up the demand side. So I'm more bullish on copper also. Currently prices are very near to 12,000 mark on LME. We have already seen 2025 China and the US trade tension was been the major reason. Because of that, copper has also shoot up. So I think I'm more bullish on copper. Whatever the rally up till now we have seen in silver, that could replica in copper also. So whereby a level like let's say 12,800 to 13,400 can be easily achievable. Already 40% return on M6 we have seen. Here also I am expecting the prices can go up to 1250 on domestic side. So all factors, because silver can be replaced by copper only. So I think demand, industrial demand would be very high for copper.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also given a lot of understanding to our viewers that not just gold and silver, the rally is now also spreading wide as far as the base metals are concerned. Ajay, help us understand, whenever this metal move starts, how long does it go on for? What is the historic trend? So how should be investors approach if they now want to also catch on to the metals bull run that we are seeing right now?
So whenever we talk about the commodity bull run, it generally have a three stages. Like first of all, post-COVID, 2.5 year was a reactive commodity segment like crude and natural gas. Generally, 2.5 year was the rally period, and we have seen crude prices went to the high of $130, natural gas went to the high of $10. Then another 3 years would be for precious metal, which is slow reacting, or we can say responding sector. Already last 3 years we have seen tremendous returns in gold and silver. Now this is the time when consumption commodities start, where base metal and agri commodity has to start, because rate cuts have been there globally. Inflation are just last week only we have seen US inflation came down to the level of 2.7. Inflation are normal. So I think here the consumption cycle starts, and as we know, in industrial metal, copper is a leader for all industrial metal, and that is why I'm more bullish on copper. And maybe for next couple of years, we can see this type of consumption rally will be seen in this industrial metal.
Okay, fair point. All right, towards the end of our conversation, Ajay, I want to ask you on behalf of all our viewers, say many of the viewers may already have been finding any level of gold and silver that we saw in the last 1.5 years as an expensive level, and maybe they did not take an opportunity to enter, and they now are feeling a FOMO of having missed out on the stupendous run-up that we have already seen. For those investors, what would you want to say?
See, frankly, this was not at all been expected in market how the performance would be there. But I think don't be under stress that you have missed out this rally. I think definitely after this rally there will be some consolidation or time correction, what we used to say word. But go with a gold SIP and silver SIP, so that at least you will be start getting accumulating, because whenever this type of rally there would be a time correction and then again, but fundamentals still remain bullish. Up till now, Sakshi, we used to allocate 5% or 6% gold and silver to our portfolio, but now things have been changed. Bullion is as a product, financial product. Now you can deploy around 18 to 20% in your portfolio. So I think SIP, systematic investment, is the right way to allocate portfolio rather than catching this FOMO rally, because volatility would be there, corrections would be there, but 20% allocation should be there in your portfolio.
Fantastic. All right, Ajay, thank you so much for being with us on this very program, helping our viewers make sense of what really went behind this dizzying rally of gold and silver in 2025, what lies ahead for us. And in case one still hasn't jumped onto the bandwagon, well, time is not lost. Your strategies should be in place. Have an SIP on gold and silver, have an eye out on the long term, and you will still be able to make the most of it when it comes to the rally that stays ahead. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time as always on Business Today.
Thank you, Sakshi.
All right, viewers, we'll wrap it up on that note. In case you had any questions about gold and silver, I hope all of them have got addressed in this special conversation in the outlook for 2026 when it comes to precious metals, gold and silver, and even on the base metals front as well. Stay tuned. Market coverage on the other side. I will see you at the closing edition at 3 p.m. now.
India Today is the only Indian channel is at ground zero presence here in Dhaka in Bangladesh.